Hey everybody, welcome to practice. Today we're going to be doing a shorter session, but focusing on hip stability and mobility. You'll want to have a block nearby, so go ahead and set your block to the side and find a reclined position. The block should be within reach, but you don't have to hold on to it for now. And as you make your way onto the back body, we'll walk the heels in closer to our glutes, and then separate the feet a little wider than hip width, maybe out toward the edges of your mat, and let the knees fall back in toward one another, finding constructive rest pose. And then lengthen out through your arms, wiggle your fingers, and relax your arms down. Maybe the palms are open toward the ceiling. And then just breathe. And then we'll start to lengthen out our inhales, breathing in deeper and longer through the nose. And when the lungs feel full, open the mouth, sigh it out. Twice more, we'll breathe like that, breathing in through the nose, allowing the lungs to expand, the rib cage expanding. And when your lungs feel full, open the mouth, sigh it out. And then one more time, we breathe just like that, slow, deep breath. And then we open the mouth, let it go. Go ahead and close the mouth. Rock the head side to side, letting the chin fall over toward the left. And then the chin falls over toward the right. And then next time you pass through center, pause. Begin to let the knees sway side to side. And then the next time that the knees fall over to the left, let them stay there for an extra moment. Just think about reaching your right knee down toward the bottom of your mat. You find a little lengthening there. And then let the knees pass through center and over to the right. This time your left knee kind of reaches toward the bottom of the mat. And then pass through center. Let the knees sway a couple more times. And then we'll pause once again, finding a gentle bridge pose here. Walk the heels in a little closer to one another. Maybe feet are about hip distance apart. Your arms reaching down alongside body. Fingers reaching toward the backs of the heels in that direction. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, start to firm into the feet and the upper arm bones. Lift the tailbone up off the ground, just hovering over the earth. Think about lengthening your tailbone toward the backs of the knees. And then lift your hips up a little higher. Keep firming into the feet, firming into upper arm bones. Chest lifts, chin lifts. And then one vertebra at a time, slowly return your spine down to the ground. Let the knees sway left and right. Go ahead and reach for your block. We're going to place the block between our thighs. So pause with the legs. Place the block between your thighs and give it a squeeze. Squeezing the block. Return your arms down alongside body, preparing to enter our bridge once again, this time squeezing the block the whole time. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to firm into the feet, firm into the arms, and then lift your hips. Tailbone lengthening as you squeeze the block, lifting the hips up. Chest is lifting, chin is lifting. Block, we're squeezing. Keep squeezing here, holding for 3 and 2 And slowly we lower down one vertebra at a time. Take your time as you make your way down to the bottom. Keep the block between the thighs, but invite the knees to stack over the hips, finding a reclining tabletop shape. Knees stacked over the hips, shins parallel to the ground, and a dorsiflexion in the feet. Remember, in the feet, if we point the toes forward away from us, that's a plantar flexion. And as we draw the toes toward our face, that's dorsiflexion. You can think of like a dorsal fin. So we found this shape. We're squeezing the block between the thighs. Keep squeezing the block between the thighs. Plant your arms down alongside body. Now, as you're squeezing the block, start to separate your feet wider away from one another, like you're reaching your pinky toes out to the edges of the room, but squeeze the block. Squeeze the block, separate the feet, squeeze the block, separate the feet. Keep holding for 3 and 2 and 1. Bring the feet back toward one another. Plant the feet, keep squeezing the block. Return to your bridge pose, lifting the hips. Holding here, squeezing the block. Firm into your left foot. Start to reach your right foot forward. The hips stay exactly where they are. Hips stay lifting. Maybe even press more into left foot, more into the upper arm bones. Reaching through the right foot. Hold for 3 and 2. Maybe find a little more lift. Then lower the right foot down. Keep squeezing the block. Reach the left foot forward. Left leg working hard to squeeze the block. Firm into your right foot. Firm into your upper arm bones. Lift the chest. We're here for 3. Keep squeezing. For 2. Lower your left foot down. Keep the hips lifted. Keep squeezing the block. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, lower yourself down to the ground. Remove your block. Place it to the side. Let your knees sway left and right. Then pause in the center. Draw the knees toward the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then separate the legs. So we're pulling the legs to the outsides of the rib cage. And we'll find a happy baby here, holding on to the backs of the thighs, the calves, the ankles, or the feet. Use the strength of the arms to help pull the legs down outside of the rib cage. And then maybe you rock a little side to side, massage your low back. Then release the feet toward the floor. One more bridge pose, this time without your block. Just imagine it's between the thighs. Take an inhale. As you exhale, firm into the feet, firm into arm bones, lift the hips. Lengthen the tailbone. Firm a little more into the feet. Last breath. And then one vertebra at a time, we return. Allow your knees to sway side to side when you meet the bottom. And then draw your knees in toward the chest. We'll begin to rock and roll forward and back a few times, letting the forehead move toward the knees, start to create a little momentum. And we'll meet in a seat at the top of your mat. Finding a seat, we'll find a seated cat and cow. Inhaling as the heart moves forward, the hands at the fronts of the knees or the shins. And then as you exhale, rounding back, separating shoulder blades. Take a few rounds on your own, breathing. Taking your time, lingering in the places that need more attention or feel sticky. And the next time the heart is forward, stay there. Lift both arms up high, take a breath in. As you exhale, take a twist to the right, open up your arms, sprinkle the fingers down. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, maybe twist you a little deeper, right rib cage leads your twist. Inhale to the front, both arms high. Exhale, we twist to the left. Inhaling to lengthen. Maybe twisting a little deeper as you exhale. Inhale, face the front, both arms reach high. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down outside of the thighs. Invite the legs to close, sliding the feet out in front of you. We'll pause here, dorsiflexing the feet, so pulling the toes back toward our face. Finding that engagement. Sit up nice and tall. Mula Bandha, that root lock, low belly, pelvic floor muscles. We're pulling in and up. Heart lifts as you reach your arms forward. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, lean back. Pause, hold here. Heart is lifting. Think about pressing your heels down a little more firmly. It's kind of hard as you're leaning back, but just think about that. And then if it feels okay, maybe you start to let the heels lift up. Just lifting, keep the chest steady, core engaged here, drawing in and up on those low belly muscles. One more breath, option to start to lift the heels if you'd like, maybe stretching through the feet. And then as you exhale, lower your feet back down to the ground. Turn to your right, plant your hands down, and just turn to face the back of your mat onto your hands and knees. As you find your way to hands and knees, begin to inhale into your tabletop cow pose, lengthening the spine forward, and then exhale, rounding into cat. So we revisit our cat and cow, but just notice how it's different from the seated version. Take a couple more rounds. And then pause in a neutral spine. Pausing here in our neutral spine, look underneath you at your left knee. Hover your left knee just over the earth, and then send the left leg out to the side, sometimes called fire hydrant pose. Today we might call it half frog shape in the left leg. And then lower the left knee back down to a hover. Lift it up, out to the side, squeezing. Lower back down to a hover. One more time, we lift it up out to the side, pause, hold it here. Maybe look at your left knee. Start to draw some little tiny circles about the size of a can, a food can. And then reverse your circles, keeping them small at first. Now a little bigger circle, like the size of a dinner plate maybe. And reverse your dinner plate circles. Now make the biggest circles possible. Biggest circles possible, moving your left leg all the way around. And then reverse your biggest circles. And then the next time the left knee is out to the side in that half frog, fire hydrant shape, stay right there. Lean more into your left fingers. Tent up your right fingers. So we're leaning into the left hand rather, tenting up right fingers. Left leg is still lift out to the side. Hold it here. Maybe you cactus out the right arm. Holding, breathing. Firm through the core. On an inhale, we find spinal balance, reaching right arm forward, left leg straight back. As you exhale, we'll bring elbow and knee together underneath us, rounding up through the spine, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, return to spinal balance. Exhale, cactus out the right arm, frog the left leg. So we return to our cactus and frog. Inhale, spinal balance, reach long. Exhale, right elbow, left knee come together underneath you, round the spine. Inhale, reach long, spinal balance. Exhale, cactus and frog. One more time, inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, right elbow, left knee, round up through the spine. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, cactus and frog. Pause here, hold it. Lift the left leg a little higher, lift the right arm. Then return to spinal balance, stretch long. Land your left toes at the back of the mat. Sweep your right arm up to the right. Inhale as you turn the chest to the right. As you exhale, we'll thread the needle, reaching right arm underneath the left, bringing right ear and right shoulder all the way down toward the ground. You can stay as you are, or if you'd like, maybe you start to lift the left leg. the left leg is lifted, lower it back down, toes to the ground, unwind the upper body. The left hand stays grounded, the right arm reaches up, and then reach your right arm toward the back of your mat here that we're facing. We're facing the back of the mat. Sweep it around, make a big circle. And then reverse the direction of your circle, sweep the right arm back. One more time, when the right arm is reaching back, leave it there. The right thumb points up toward the ceiling, the palm open to the side. You can stay exactly as you are here, or maybe you lift the left leg, bend the left knee, let the foot and the hand come together. And if the hand catches the foot, start to kick foot into hand. One more breath here. Then gently release, stretch long, high plank. Just for a moment, shift a little forward and back in your high plank. You can always find plank on the knees as well. In fact, everybody should lower to the knees now. As we shift forward, we're going to find chaturanga a few times. That's the shape where you bend your elbows straight back and you lower your chest halfway toward the ground. So we're going to find that as we keep shifting forward. On an inhale, bend your elbows straight back, lowering your chest halfway toward the ground. And then as you exhale, straighten through the arms, press yourself back up. Again, shift forward, bend your elbows, lower down half. Exhale, straighten the arms. 3 more like that. Shift forward, bend the elbows, lower half, hold. Straighten the arms. Last 2, shift forward, bend the elbows, lower, hold, squeezing arms toward rib cage, straighten the arms. Last time, shift forward, bend your elbows, lower half, hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, lower all the way to the belly. Take the hands out wider, wide cobra. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, floats your chest down. Again, breathe in, heart forward. Breathe out, lower down. Bring your forehead to the mat. Arms reach back alongside body for locust pose. Take a breath in to prepare. And then as you exhale, lengthen out to lift from the top of your head to the tips of your toes or the soles of your feet. Active legs reaching back, fingers reaching back. Two more breaths. A little more energy in the legs. Last breath, we lower down. Rest on your right cheek this time. Shake your hips a little side to side or bend your knees, let your shin sway. And then relax the legs behind you. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back to your tabletop position. And then let your hips sink all the way toward your heels in child's pose if that feels okay. You can always hang out in tabletop if child's pose isn't agreeable today. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we'll all meet in tabletop cat position, rounding up through the spine. Inhale into your cow, nudge the heart forward. Exhale to your neutral spine. So neither cat nor cow. We're staying here in our tabletop, just moving to our other side. Look underneath you at your right knee. Hover the right knee off the ground. Then we will lift the right leg out to the side. Find that fire hydrant or puppy, or not puppy, frog shape. There we go, frog shape. And then float back down to a hover. Lift it out to the side. Squeeze. Lower down. One more time, we lift out to the side. Hold it here. Look at your right knee. Start to draw some little tiny circles the size of a can. And then reverse your circles, little can-sized circles. And then make your circles about the size of a dinner plate. Circling. And reverse your dinner plate circles, just about 3 or so each direction. And then make the biggest circles possible. And then reversing your big circles. The next time the right knee is out to the side in that half frog shape, stay there. Start to lean more into the right hand, tent up the left fingers, and then cactus out the left arm. Hold. Lifting the right leg out to the side, left arm out to the side. On an inhale, stretch the left arm forward, right leg back, spinal balance. As you exhale, left elbow and right knee come together, round up through the spine. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, cactus left arm, frog the right leg. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, cactus and frog. One more time. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, elbow, knee. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, cactus and frog. Pause and hold. Lift a little higher. Return to your spinal balance. Inhale. Plant the right toes down behind you. Sweep your left arm up. Turn your chest to the left. Breathe in. As you breathe out, thread the needle. Left arm threads through, bringing left shoulder and ear to the ground. You can stay right here, really firming into the left arm. Maybe you lift the right leg. And if your right leg is lifted, lower the toes back to the ground. Unwind the upper body. Right hand stays grounded. Left arm reaches up high. Then sweep the left arm forward. And make a big circle all the way around. Then circle it backward, all the way around. Next time the left arm is reaching backwards, stay there. Palm facing out to the side, left thumb pointing up. You could remain as you are, or maybe you lift the right leg, bend the right knee. Let left hand and right foot come together. And if you catch the foot, start to kick foot into hand. One last breath. Gently release. High plank or knees down plank. Shift forward, shift forward. Lower chaturanga for 8, 7, 6. We're going all the way to the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Wide cobra, tent up your fingertips. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale floats you down. Bring your forearms underneath. So we find our way towards Sphinx pose. Forearms to the ground. Elbows underneath the shoulders. The heart drawing forward in the direction that you're looking. And then from here, we're just going to find a half frog with the back, with the right leg. So behind you, the right leg will slide out to the side. And you'll find a dorsiflexion in the foot. And then just keep drawing the heart forward as you soften into the right hip. And then maybe from here, if you'd like, if it feels okay, you start to lift the right foot off the ground, find a little internal rotation of the right femur. And then lower it back down, just a couple more. Lower down, then slide the right leg back to meet the left. Lean into your right forearm as you bend the right knee. Start to really reach back with the left hand. Maybe the right foot and the left hand make it the connection. Start to kick foot into hand. You can stay here, or maybe reach your right arm forward, left leg back. Really kick the foot into the hand, finding a half revolved bow, half locust pose here, reaching out. And then lower your right forearm back to the ground. Release your right foot. Your left forearm returns to the ground as well. And then we're just going to slide the left leg out to that half frog shape. Left leg slides out. Find that dorsiflexion in left foot. Heart nudging forward. And be mindful not to sink down into the shoulders, letting the ears and shoulders almost come together, but rather pressing down into the forearms, drawing the heart forward and finding space between the shoulders and the ears. And then maybe you stay there. Maybe you start to find that internal rotation of the left femur, lifting and lowering the left foot off the ground. And then slide the left leg back in line with the right. Lean into your left forearm, bend your left knee. Your right hand reaches back. Maybe you catch the left foot. Start to kick foot into hand. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you start to outstretch the left fingers. Reach the right leg back. Active kick of left foot into right hand. And then lower your left forearm to the ground. Release your foot. Right forearm returns to the ground. The heart nudging forward. Option to elevate the elbows. Find seal pose. Dragging the hands back towards you. And then exhale, float your way down. Go ahead and roll over onto your back body. Plant the feet to the floor. Let the knees sway side to side. And then the next time that the knees sway to the left, let them stay there. Your feet are staggered out, so both legs are leaning to the left. Maybe you place your left foot on the outside of the right thigh, creating a little more internal rotation of the right femur. And gently unwind that. Let the knees sway over toward the right this time. Leave your left leg as it is. Your right ankle, maybe it will come to the outside of the left leg, inviting more internal rotation there. And then think about softening everything else. And then gently unwind. Let the knees sway left and right a few more times. And then pause in the center. Let the left leg lengthen on your mat as you draw the right knee toward the chest. A little squeeze. And then we'll take a twist. Left hand will take control of the right thigh. Reach the right arm out to the side. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we'll guide the right leg across the body to the left. Inhaling as you find your twist. Make any adjustments needed. Exhaling to soften. One more breath like that. Breathe in. Breathe out and soften. And then gently roll onto back bodies. Keep squeezing the right knee in. Slide your left heel back in close. We'll find a figure 4 reclined here. Right ankle crossing over the left leg. The right hand to the inner right thigh to help press inner right thigh away. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can thread the hands around the left thigh and invite the legs a little closer toward the body. Maybe using your right elbow to help press the inner right thigh open. And then make circles with the left ankle. Then gently release, unwind the legs. Let the right leg start to slide away from you as you draw the left knee toward the chest. Squeeze it in. And then we'll get ready to twist. Right hand takes control of the left leg. Left arm outstretches beside you. Take an in-breath. And then as you exhale, find your twist. Guide the left leg across. Make any adjustments you need to. Then take a breath in. Soften as you breathe out. One more like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then return to back body, squeezing the left knee in toward the chest. Right heel slides in closer, and then we'll cross left ankle over right thigh, gently pressing the inner left thigh away with the hand. Like a dorsiflexion in the left foot. And you can stay as you are or thread the hands around the right thigh. Invite the legs a little closer. Maybe use your left elbow to help open up through the left inner thigh. And then make some circles with the right ankle. And then gently release. Let both legs slide away. Take a long body stretch like you're just waking up. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. And then exhale, relax and soften. Returning to the breath, let the eyes be soft or closed. And just like we did at the beginning of class, we'll begin to scan the body. Just notice how you feel now. And this is where I'm going to leave you today. I invite you to remain in this shape for as long as you like, but at least another 5 minutes. I hope to see you for another practice again soon. Have a great day.